Welcome into Grider Stadium in Tullahoma, Tennessee, the site of the Region 4 3A Baseball Tournament Championship game. And we've got a good one on tap as the Upperman Bees take on the Tullahoma Wildcats. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Thrilled to be joined once again by my friend Jacob Vincent. Full day of baseball set to be played here, and we're starting with the main event. The District 8 AAA regular season and tournament champions against the District 7 AAA regular season and tournament champions. And Jacob, probably not an exaggeration to say this is a potential state championship game preview when these two teams get things started here in just about 5 minutes.
So these are absolutely two of the best teams in the state of Tennessee, bar none, in the 3A classification. They have shown it all season long with both the schedule that they played and the wins that they have as well. And it's going to be a tough place here at Tullahoma. Obviously, we saw their fans a couple of nights ago against DeKalb County. They showed out. And actually, there's not as many fans here today on a Saturday, but they're still going to show out. And Upperman, obviously, they travel well. And you said it, this is the best matchup that we have had this season, the most on the line, the region title on the line. It's not an elimination game, though, so you still have another game. No matter what you do in this one, you would love to win this one and just get ready to play in your sub-state, which wouldn't start until at least Wednesday, and have plenty of time to get ready for that.
Today's game, the winner advances on. They host their sub-state round starting potentially on Wednesday or Thursday. The loser, they play again at 6 o'clock against the winner of our next game, the DeKalb County Tigers taking on the Lawrence County Wildcats. We're live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network tonight. We welcome you in a beautiful afternoon for baseball. Today's broadcast presented by our friends at the Southwell Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant, and it is Balin Tootin on the mound for the Tullahoma Wildcats, facing an Upperman lineup that bats 1 through 9 like this in the Swallows Insurance starting lineups. Leading things off is the Tennessee Tech commit, the center fielder Justin Fallon. He'll be followed up by the Lipscomb signee, the second baseman Caden Shanks. Batting third is the right fielder Chris Wersick. Batting fourth, the third baseman Carson Shoup. Batting fifth, the catcher rookie Allison. Batting sixth is the first baseman Alec Wilson. Batting seventh, the shortstop today Juju Yano. Batting eighth, the designated hitter Carson Holroyd. Batting ninth is the left fielder Evan Huddleston, and Carson Holroyd is hitting for the starting pitcher Wyatt Curtis. We mentioned the opponent on the mound, the left-hander Balin Tootin. He has pitched in 28 innings this season. He has a 2-1 overall record. This is his fifth start. He has 4 saves, 58 strikeouts to 18 walks, allowed just 6 earned runs, 8 runs total on 15 hits. A very good option for the Tullahoma Wildcats, who do not have their ace available today in Evan Tomlin, but they got a lot of confidence in Tootin. Has only gone over 4 innings twice this year, however, so that'll be interesting to see, but they got a lot of trust in him, and he will face Upperman's 1-2-3 as Justin Fallon strides in to kick off this region championship game.
Yeah, Tootin has been limited in his starts, just this being his 5th start of the season. Only the 18 innings in starts, but still some really good numbers. 34 strikeouts, 13 walks, only 5 earned runs allowed against now a really good lineup in the Upperman Bees.
A deep breath for Fallon as he stands in. The first pitch of the game. Let's get it on for a region championship is fouled back for strike 1. Upperman 18-14, of course, a very deceptive record. Played probably the most difficult schedule in the classification. On the other hand, Tullahoma, good schedule as well, good record. 28-6 on the season. As that one misses outside for a ball to Fallon. 1-1. Tootin hangs out in the mid-upper 80s with that fastball out of the left arm slot.
Ripped off a really good breaking ball in his warm-up pitches as well. He'll mix it up a little bit.
Here comes the 1-1 into Fallon. That one catches the corner. 1-2, and Upperman has not had a ton of success in first innings this season. They are just outscoring opponents 28-20. It's been the 5th inning where they've dominated teams. We'll talk about that later. As the 1-2 from Tootin to Fallon is fired in. That one bounces. It's blocked up behind the plate by Jaron Morris. He catches the balls and strikes. Colton Emery over at first base. The second baseman is Trevor Cole. The shortstop is Andrew Fulmer, and the third baseman is Mason Bratcher. And he delivers in the 2-2 to Fallon. That one misses inside for a ball. 84 miles an hour on the fastball there from Balin Tootin.
And we got a great angle today for balls outside and inside. Up and down, though, will be a little bit different.
Tell you about the outfield for Tullahoma after a big 3-2 pitch to open up the ball game. That one swung on, and he will do it again. Fallon battling and forcing Tootin to throw pitches early on in this ball game.
Yeah, good battle brewing here to start this one. That's exactly what you want to do, especially against a Tullahoma pitching staff that is already down 1 pitcher. Try to get this guy working and get that pitch count up there.
Another 3-2 payoff pitch coming to the Tech commit, Justin Fallon. Tootin delivers. This one's ripped, and it's a base hit for Justin Fallon. What an AB! And Upperman has a base runner for the top hitter in the classification. Striding in, here comes Caden Shanks.
Yeah, that's a really good piece of hitting there by Justin Fallon. Able to work the full count, fouled off a couple of pitches as well, and then able to crank that one out there right back up the middle. And now you've got some speed on the base path.
We mentioned Caden Shanks' numbers. They're even more impressive when you consider the schedule. 448 on the year, an 854 slugging percentage, 4 home runs, 9 doubles, 9 triples, 30 RBIs. He's worked 20 walks and stolen 15 bases. Fallon with plenty of speed, first pitch, and Caden Shanks had to do a little ballet on that one to get out of the way for ball 1. And this is what Upperman would love to do. They want an early lead. It's something that's eluded them most of the year as they've had to fight from behind. They had to do it on Thursday against Lawrence County. Throw over, a good one, but Fallon's back in plenty of time. Justin Fallon, a threat as always, 11 stolen bases on the season, but a good catcher behind the dish with a left-handed pitcher looking at him as Jaron Morris knows he's got to have a quick pop time if Fallon takes off. Shanks awaits, a long look in. Tootin delivers the 1-0, misses inside, ball 2. Trying to bring it on the hands to a player who loves to rip it on that first base line. Had a double against Lawrence County on Thursday. He's at 23 extra base hits on the season. Here comes the 2-0. That one is a much better pitch in there for strike 1 from Balin Tootin, 2-1. Justin Fallon ripped the single to open the game. He's at first. Caden Shanks is ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. Tootin out of the stretch. He's going to throw over again. That's a good move. He kind of starts straight up and then comes forward. Doesn't look like Fallon's got a good pickup on it, but he's back in safely.
Well, he's got a lot of velocity on that pickoff move as well, so he's definitely got to be ready for it whenever he dives back in.
2-1. Fallon now trying to bounce around a little bit out there on the base pass. They'll throw over again, and it gets away, and this could end up with Justin Fallon at third. First baseman just now to it. Big turnaround, and he is safe at third. Justin Fallon makes some pay on the errant throw over. The first error of the game gives Upperman a potential opening run 90 feet away.
And I was just going to say, even with that velocity, you got to make it a good throw, and that's exactly why. If it gets past, there's a lot of foul territory over there, and you said it. You said it multiple times. When throws over at first base when we were in Baxter, not a lot of people went from first to third. Justin Fallon plays at a big park. He knows this is a big park. He goes from first to third.
And now it's 2-1 for Shanks as Tootin knows the equation has just changed. Kicks and deals. That one misses. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hitters count to your potential Class 3A Mr. Baseball who stands in here. Mentioned the hitting numbers. Haven't even talked about the pitching numbers. They are also bonkers.
And for Tootin, he'll walk some batters as well. 13 walks in his 18 innings as a starter this year.
18 total on the campaign. And that one is across at the knees, and for the second straight time, we run full. Fallon ripped a 3-2 fastball down the middle. For Shanks, he would love a base hit, but he also would love a sacrifice fly. Wind blowing straight out of the park, and it's more significant than it was on Thursday. The flagpole really whipping. That one inside misses. Ball 4. Runners at the corners for the Bees, and here comes the big-time freshman, Chris Worsing. And it's funny when you look around here, Jacob, you've got the explosive senior, the explosive junior, and next in line, the explosive freshman striding in here.
Yeah, it just seems like this Bees program, they just breed baseball players year in and year out, and especially the last 3-4 years, they've been really, really good at doing so. Chris Worsing, that next man up, and he has been really good this season.
388 on the campaign, 24 runs batted in. He would love to make it 25 or 26 here. Balin Tootin trying to settle in out there. Runners at the corners with lots of speed. Shanks with not a big lead. He stays put. Worsing flares this one towards right field. Right fielder is under it, and Fallon will tag. Here comes the throw in from right. It is not cut off. It's close, but he is safe. An RBI sac fly for Chris Worsing makes it 1-0 Upperman as they strike first in the region title game.
And that's exactly what Chris Worsing has been doing all season long. He gets that timely hit. That's exactly what they needed. And you talked about Upperman usually doesn't start the first inning well. A run across and you feel really good.
Carson Shoup stands, and that average continues to tick up. Since he's entered the cleanup position, he's done a good job with it. Caden Shanks is at first. And now Tootin will try to relax in. Still only 1 out after that fly out. That was a good throw in from right field, but just not quite in time by Hunter Hogan. Fallon with too much speed. That fastball across at the knees. 0-1, and that gets a groan from the Upperman faithful in attendance, of which there are always a plenty. And that gets the obligatory good pitch response from the Tullahoma faithful. Here comes the 0-1. This one ripped foul, and it's quickly 0-2. And so far, Caden Shanks hasn't gotten very far off that first base bag.
Well, Jaron Morris, he definitely has an arm behind the plate, so you don't want to.
You could see him in this game, or if Tullahoma were to lose in the second game today.
Well, and you got a lot of velocity on the mound as well. Same thing with the Bees. When you got Wyatt Curtis or Caden Shanks throwing, you got Rookie Allison, you're probably not going to steal too many bags.
Wynn picking up behind us again is the 0-2 coming home. Shanks does take off. It's fouled back as they were looking for the hit and run. And we will do it again.
They got a pretty good jump that time as well. That would have been pretty close. A little high on the pitch as well, so it would have been given a good chance to Morris on the throw down.
0-2 here for Carson Shoup, and Upperman feels really good knowing who they've got on the bump. Wyatt Curtis, who's been very good in the past several weeks. He's going to start on the mound, and it will be his game. No pitch count to worry about. Shanks takes his lead. Tootin going to deliver in with the shuffle step, and it tips off the glove of Morris. And another runner into scoring position for Upperman on the pass ball.
And it looked like it couldn't tell if he was going to move over to first or not, and Shanks was waiting the whole way and just, I don't know if the focus wasn't quite there or what, but misses outside. Morris couldn't quite get the hand on it.
And now Caden Shanks, a potential big early second run for Upperman in scoring position for Carson Shoup. Rookie Allison waiting on deck. Also takes away the standard double play ball. But Tootin is ahead in the count, 1-2. Big leg kick fires in, bounces. Morris boxes it up, and it's 2-2. And right now, this is already 20 pitches for Balin Tootin, exactly what Upperman wants. They want to get into the bullpen in this game.
I was just going to say, the first two batters worked a full count. Chris Wersing did his job, brought home the run, and now a good at-bat put together here by Carson Shoup.
Tootin trying to get the big second out. That one ripped over by Shoup. A weakly rolled one to third. Shanks bouncing in the middle, and they're going to run him back. Now he's in a rundown. Shoup is safe. And they're going to try to catch the speedy Shanks. So far, nicely done. Throw back in time. Caden Shanks caught cheating. And now that puts the runner at first. He claps his hands in frustration. A mistake by the senior results in out number 2.
And we've seen that at times this season, trying to be aggressive on the base path, and he was trying to be smart about it where he's not too far off the bag, but waiting to go after the throw. It's a really good job by the defense, looking him back, making sure that he's not going to go over to third, and they're able to get the second out.
Well-executed rundown by the Tullahoma defense gives the second out. Runner at first is Shoup. Rookie Allison now at the plate, and see if that gives new life to Balin Tootin on the mound. That one misses inside, and at that velocity, you got to get out of the way. He does for ball 1.
Well, and for these Bees batters, they're used to seeing it in practice, so they're finally seeing it here in the postseason.
Yeah, they typically have done pretty well against the higher velocity guys, as it's a 1-0 pitch coming here. Allison puts a swing on this one and flares it foul. Big foul territory, especially around home plate, back to about the bases. Then it narrows out as it gets down into, there's no dimensions up. I would say pretty standard size field out there. It feels like a huge park, though, with the awesome grandstands that they have, the covered stands, 8 rows deep or tall. Here comes the 1-1. That one. Generous call. The outside corner, 1-2. Maybe in the river and then some out there on the right side. Shoup takes his lead over at first. Tootin looking to get out of the inning with one run across. Here comes the 1-2. That one inside, and it just missed, clipping Rookie Allison for 2-2.
I don't know how that didn't clip him.
He had to pull those hands back out of the way. And if nothing else, Upperman has run the pitch count up.
Yeah.
24 now for Balin Tootin.
You got to run across. You run that pitch count up. I mean, this is a picture-perfect first inning for the Bees.
Deuces wild here, 2-2 with 2 outs. Balin Tootin kicks and deals. That one swung on and flared out. Going to be a tough play in foul territory. Good jump, though, by the third baseman to make the catch in foul territory. Mason Bratcher retires the side, but a good start for the Bees as they strike first. It's 1-0 Upperman. This is the Region 4 3A championship game presented by Nick's Restaurant and the South Willow Auto Clinic of the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Raise a glass so high, gonna celebrate. Yeah, we're feeling
Welcome back. A good start for the Bees as they head to the bottom half. 1-0 with the lead, and they give the ball to one of their top three bona fide number one options for West Shanks. It's the left-handed ETSU signee, Wyatt Curtis, the senior, on the bump. His stats on the season, he's got a 3.82 ERA, 3-3 on the campaign. This is appearance number 14. That leads the team. His ninth start also leads the team. He has 3 complete games, 44 innings pitched. He's had 39 hits, 29 runs, 24 earned, 69 strikeouts to 25 walks. Batters hitting .238 against Wyatt Curtis on the mound, and once again, he has been dominant over the last 3 or 4 weeks as he has settled in very nicely in his senior campaign.
Yeah, this is, if you're a college scout, this is definitely a game to watch out for, with Tootin on the mound and Curtis on the other side. Curtis obviously going to ETSU already next season, but he has been really, really tremendous here in the second half of the season. He was kind of thrown to the wolves in that first part of the season when they were playing a really tough part of the schedule, and now he's kind of found himself, and his stuff has been really good.
And it's been the first innings where he's had some trouble this year, so that'll be interesting to watch. And it's a great 1-2-3. Andrew Fulmer, J-Ron Morris, and Balin Tootin will lead it off. They'll be followed up by Evan Tomlin. Batting 5th is Colton Emery. Batting 6th is Mason Bratcher. 7th is the right fielder Hunter Hogan. Batting 8th, the designated hitter Philip Lemon. And batting 9th, the second baseman Trevor Cole. Lefty Curtis, he's got a 4-seam, 2-seam slider as well. And the first pitch of the outing for Wyatt Curtis is a fastball, swung on and fouled out. 0-1.
And we saw Fulmer against DeKalb County have a really good day at the plate. Was aggressive, but aggressive on pitches in the zone. If it was outside of the zone, he wasn't swinging. If it was in the zone, he was swinging hard.
Curtis looks in to rookie Allison. The 0-1 pitch. He ripped the slider off, bounced in. Ball 1. Behind the dish is rookie Allison. Over at first base, Alec Wilson. The second baseman today is Caden Shanks. The shortstop, Juju Yano. Carson Shoup at third. Out in left field is Evan Huddleston. In right, it is Chris Worsing, and the center fielder is Justin Fallon. The 1-1 pitch bounces in, and it's 2-1 now here to Andrew Fulmer.
And we've seen these starts from especially the pitchers for the Bees in the first inning. Sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle to find that zone.
They've been down in a lot of games early this year and had to rally back to win. They had to do it on Thursday as well. They have the 1-0 lead, so that gives you a little bit of relief if you're an Upperman fan, but not much. Here comes the 2-1. We doubt this game will end at 1-0. Not sure where that pitch missed, but it's called a ball, 3-1. Only place it could have been was low. It was right down the middle. Here comes the 3-1 to Fulmer. Deep breath for Curtis. That one misses. Ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk for Andrew Fulmer, setting the table for J-Ron Morris.
Well, and the Bees gave him good graces coming out here in this inning, but he started with a leadoff walk. Not exactly what you want to do if you're Wyatt Curtis, because this top 3 for Tullahoma, they can hit the cover off the ball.
Mention the record for Tullahoma. They're in the middle of a long win streak here. They have lost it in the district this year to Lawrence County. They'll take on DeKalb County next in a new stream back here live, tentatively scheduled for a 3 o'clock start time. There'll be 3 games played here today. The last game up in the air. Who's going to be in it? Loser of this game against the winner of that one. Curtis now out of the stretch. Big leg kick fires in, bounces, and right now struggling to find the locations. Wyatt Curtis. Familiar script early on in outings, and then at a certain point he usually kicks in and then starts to mow through. The question is, at what point will that happen if it does today?
Now, they've all been low at the start of this game.
That one, a little bit up and out, 2-0.
No, Tootin got his pitch count up there. Not necessarily too much outside of the zone just because of the at-bats that were worked right now. Curtis is just struggling to throw a strike.
Speed for Fulmer over at first. He's leaning back. There's a good pitch from Curtis right down Main Street for strike 1.
Yeah, and for Tullahoma, it's smart. You're taking pitches until you see one, the way Curtis has been thrown. And now if you're Curtis, you try to build on that one.
Well, the 2-1, that one right there. Good pitch, and now he's back in it. Evens up the count at 2.
Now J-Ron Morris was trying to give himself the lead.
Big swing and a miss on that one. Fulmer takes his lead over there at first. The 2-2 swung on, flared foul, and will do it again. For Curtis, he did pitch against Lawrence County, and they kept both him and Juju Yano under 55. Everybody's available in the rotation today for Upperman.
Yeah, Curtis, I think he was just over 40 pitches or so he's still pretty fresh and ready to go.
Another 2-2 pitch. That one. This is a little bit high, and we run full for the first time at 3-2. Don't want to walk the first 2, certainly. Upperman had 2 on with nobody out, scored 1. A lot of noise from the Tullahoma dugout as Curtis delivers the payoff pitch. Swung on, and we will do it again.
We saw some good battles on Thursday night in both of the games, and it's already begun here just in the first inning of this one between both sides.
This should be a high-level high school baseball game here this afternoon. Curtis with a couple of looks over. Now a third. He delivers in. That one fouled off. And right now, everything late for Jaron Morris hasn't been able to catch up to the heat from Wyatt Curtis.
Yeah, he went outside that time as well. And you mentioned how much Curtis, he can kind of change up his motions without balking, of course. He even got Fulmer to go back to first base before he came home with that pitch.
Great body control for Curtis. The 3-2 flared out. Justin Fallon, though, is tracking it, and he's got unlimited range in center field. Makes the catch for out number one. Good battle, but it goes the way of Wyatt Curtis.
Yeah, and that's a big first out there for Curtis to get that under his belt after walking the first batter, getting to a 3-2 count, and a good battle by Morris. Able to get the fly out. It doesn't get any easier, though.
Here comes Balin Tootin, starting pitcher today, trying to get that run back that he gave up in the top half. He's got a runner at first. And one out now. Upperman would love to turn two. Those middle infielders have turned a bunch of them the past 3 years with Yano at short and Shanks at second.
It just flipped.
Exactly. And Curtis delivers that slider. Is sick. Whew. And it's called a ball. We are here in Tullahoma, Tennessee, as that one gets ripped across the zone. He's maybe never seen a pitch like that, but you don't see that one every day. That one, a fastball at the knees for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, if he's able to get that slider going in across for strikes,
Yeah.
what
The
we think
Upperman
are
fans
strikes.
were rightful to argue that one. Here comes the 1-1. And this one's flared out into right field. Tracking back is Worsing. That is well struck, and it tips off the glove of Worsing. Into the fence. He's to it quickly, though. Fires it back in. And now gets away, but Shoot backing it up nicely. And that's going to be a double to advance the runner to third for Balin Tootin. He smoked that one. Worsing got a good jump, but couldn't get to it in time. And Tullahoma has two in scoring position.
Well, we have felt the wind pushing all day long. You look out into center field, and that flag is blowing out to right field. Worsing had a pretty good jump on it, and he got a hand to it. He just couldn't quite haul it in. It hits the glove and pops off, and that ball just kept on traveling, and a good hit by Tootin, and now they're in some business.
The best Tullahoma Wildcat is in the batter's box. Evan Tomlin. He's their ace, but he's unavailable today after they burned him past the maximum of 55. He's in center field today. He's got two in scoring position, trying to take the lead as the first pitch fastball misses outside for ball one.
Yeah, Wyatt Curtis trying to bear down now and try to make some really good pitches against a really good part of the lineup and see if he can't get out of this.
The 1-0, that one bounces in, blocked up by Allison. The empty base there, especially with Wyatt Curtis on the mound, his ability to strike out people. You don't want to make a big mistake to Evan Tomlin. Behind him is Colton Emery. 2-0 now from Curtis. That one misses, and it's 3-0.
Colton Emery had some big hits against DeKalb County in their first game on Thursday as well. So
no gaps in the lineup for Tullahoma, but you do not want to make a big mistake here to Tomlin, who can park one. Here comes the 3-0. And that one misses, ball four, and the bases are loaded here for Tullahoma. And here comes Dalton Dronebarger to have a word with his pitcher.
We've seen this from Curtis where he gets a little erratic at times. And then sometimes something just needs to click. Sometimes a run has to come across, and he's able to lock it in after that.
20 pitches already for Wyatt Curtis. One out, bases loaded here for Tullahoma, trying to strike back after giving up the run in the top half. They're in business with Colton Emery striding in, and right now, Wyatt Curtis struggling to pinpoint it. He's only at 8 strikes, 12 balls so far.
Good thing is you're probably going to try to pinpoint the bottom part of the zone, induce a ground ball with the infield in. You're trying to cut that runner down at home and then seeing if you can turn something, maybe turn two in the process. But you're definitely trying to get that second out with the bases loaded and make yourself feel a lot better.
Yeah, you probably see the corners in the middle infield at double play depth here for Upperman, if I were to guess. Colton Emery in a big spot here in the region title game. Last time Upperman played Tullahoma did not go well. In the region title game 2 years ago, lost 16-6. Of course, that was the last game they lost. Went on to win the state championship. Last two games Upperman's had against Tullahoma, they've been ruled in defeat. The other one was several years ago, before any of these players or coaches were here. After the mound visit, Curtis out of the full windup. Good first pitch. Goodness gracious, 1-0. If you're not getting that call, it's going to be a long day on the mound for Wyatt Curtis. He's already had a few that haven't gone his way. The 1-0. Called a ball, 2-0.
Missed low that time. First one was inside just a hair.
Bases loaded as Curtis is working quickly now. The 2-0. He misses, and now he's in trouble. 3-0.
Yeah, and Ricky Allison did a good job to pick that one out of the dirt. Otherwise, it would have been a run across.
Double the amount of balls from strikes. 15 balls thrown by Wyatt Curtis so far. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Emery. Called ball four. Coach Drombarger disagrees strongly, but that's an RBI walk for Colton Emery. He's trying to get that inside corner and hasn't gotten the call, and base is still loaded here for Mason Bratcher in a tie game.
Yeah, and he's not missing by much, and especially when you're a lefty, you're kind of coming across the plate. Usually you do get that call on inside to righties.
That's a high-level pitch that he's thrown in twice in that AB. Look, he's been a little bit wild, but that time he got squeezed. Bases loaded here still in a 1-1 game. Curtis with a deep breath here to the 6-hole hitter, Mason Bratcher. That one is a call to strike, and that was further out than the last one, 0-1. He's working quickly, the 0-1 pitch. Waved at and missed, and now 0-2.
He's going to have to be careful. He still needs to come set for the full second.
He's back there, ready to go with the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, flared up, catchable, but Caden Shanks has to go a long way. He's angling to it, makes the catch. Runner is not tagging, and there's a big out number 2 for the Bees with still the bases loaded as Hunter Hogan will stride in, trying to take the lead.
Yeah, that's massive there for Wyatt Curtis, able to get that pop out. And again, working quickly, and those coaches are definitely paying attention to how long he is coming set, because he still has to come set for the full second with the runners on.
He was pretty good on that one. He was on a good 2 to 3 seconds out there. He's out of the full windup here. Big moment in this ball game. First pitch in, misses upstairs to Hunter Hogan. He's the 7th hitter of the inning here for Tullahoma. They've only brought one across, though. The game hangs in the balance early on. Curtis working blisteringly fast. That one's right there for a strike. 1-1.
We've got the softball umpire again.
Yeah, the delayed call. The 1-1. Swung on, rolled over. Carson Shoup has it. Going to take the short route home, and he airmailed it. 1 run scores. Another run coming home. He will score. Now a throw down to second. Bounces in. And a very costly error results in a 2-run Tullahoma lead.
Well, I'm not exactly sure why Carson Shoup came home. Either you can go step on the bag at third or just go to first to get the out. I mean, those are 2 of the easier plays than coming home. It's never an easy one to come home, especially when they're going on contact.
2 bad mistakes for Upperman. 1 on the base paths and 1 there. Should have been inning over in a tie game. Instead, it's 3-1, and they have left the door open now with runners at the corners for Phillip Lemon. Can't afford to have that in a region championship game. And that sent this sizable crowd into a frenzy. 3-1 Tullahoma now in an eventful first inning. Curtis trying to get back to the dugout. He offered at that one for a strike. Already 30 pitches for Wyatt Curtis in this half inning.
Well, he did what he needed to do. Obviously, the run came across, but you're okay with 1 run coming across and bases loaded.
An error apiece, 1 hit apiece, but it's 3-1 as the error much more costly. This one thrown in. Allison is going to throw down. It's a little bit off the mark, but a good job to jump up by Yano to keep it in the infield. And now it's runners at second and third after the stolen base for Hunter Hogan. 1-1 count.
And for Curtis, he can go back into the windup where he's working pretty well out of.
Delivers in that one. Fouled back, and it's 1-2. Wyatt Curtis trying to get out of this inning. It should have been over. An error extended it. 1-2. Slider. And a good job to sit back on it just enough for Phillip Lemon as he sends it foul.
There's a person walking on the track that just about got crushed.
It's sitting on the 50-yard line right now of the football field.
I mean, it bounced 2 feet behind him.
Wow. Curtis with a deep breath. The 36th pitch misses, and it's 2-2. Runners at second and third here. Deuce is wild. 2-2 count with 2 outs. That one swung on, flared out towards Chris Worsing. He's tracking it against the clouds, angling back, and he makes the catch. And that does retire the side, but not before a costly error results in 2 extra for the Tullahoma Wildcats. It's 3-1 as we head to the second in the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game. Presented by Nick's Restaurant in the Southwell Auto Clinic on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back after an eventful first inning. It's Tullahoma with a 3-1 lead. A very costly error in the field by Upperman gives the 3-1 lead. Would have been 1-1 heading into this inning. Instead, Wyatt Curtis had to throw 12 more pitches, and it's 3-1 Tullahoma. And with Balin Tootin on the mound, that could be enough for the Wildcats in this title game.
Yeah, it absolutely could. His last two starts, he hasn't given up any earned runs. In his two starts before that, he gave up 3 and 2, and one of those was to Station Camp, a team that obviously Upperman has already seen, a very good team. So you're lucky to get more than 1 or 2 on Tootin. You've already got 1 across in the first, and you ran into a problem there in that first, having Kane Shanks getting thrown out at second base as well. So now that one looks a little bit bigger in the first, but Wyatt Curtis, he's got to be able to settle down. He's got to be able to get strikes across, and that's kind of what led to that inning. He wasn't able to get the strikes across.
Those are the kind of mistakes that you can't have against a team like Tullahoma. Upperman did the same thing to Lawrence County, where they made those mistakes and made them pay to win the game. Now Alec Wilson stands in, followed up by Juju Yano and Carson Holroyd. Is it 6, 7, 8 due up for the Bees against Balin Tootin? He's only given up 6 earned runs all season in 28 innings pitched. Has 1 so far. First pitch bounces in, and it's 1-0. For Wilson, trying to set the table here and see if they can start something, get a couple of base runners on, and get Justin Fallon and Caden Shanks back up in this half inning. The 1-0. Holy smokes, 1-1. That is a different strike zone.
It is.
In the top half than in the bottom half so far. Here comes the 1-1. That one is a strike right down the middle, 1-2. Wyatt Curtis got the squeeze in the bottom half of the first. Balin Tootin has not. The 1-2 to Wilson. Called strike 3, and Alec Wilson looks back with a look of shock on his face. The first punch out for Balin Tootin.
Yeah, I mean, that's a spot where it was called a ball when Wyatt Curtis was out there, but it's close enough where you at least got to put a check on it. Foul it off, trying to look for another one.
Juju Yano strides in now, looking with 1 out, trying to become a base runner here. Tootin trying to settle in on the mound after some traffic was around in the first inning. First pitch swinging for Yano, flares it up. It's angling foul. Long way to go, and great jump in right field, but he can't quite get to it. And that went a lot further than I thought. The wind is carrying some of these foul balls. As Hunter Hogan got a great jump, it got out of play, but it was only about 5 feet away from clearing the fence.
Yeah, it's really traveling. We saw Tootin almost get to the wall. Worsing was able to get there. Even the fly ball to end the inning there in the first going out to right field still traveled a good amount.
0-1 here to Juju Yano as Tootin toes the rubber. Sun is shining, partly cloudy. That one. This is upstairs for a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, it's been great weather this week after all the bad weather that came through. Great weather since Thursday, I should say.
The 1-1, that one. Caught a ball, misses outside, 2-1.
That was more inside than one of the strikes called against Alec Wilson.
It was. It's been all over the place. Big region championship game with 2 great teams. We need a good zone today. We have not had it so far. 2-1. That one misses upstairs, and now Yano goes ahead 3-1. You really need a consistent zone.
Yeah.
So pitchers and
yeah,
hitters
it's
know what it's
okay.
going to
It's
be.
okay if it's tight or if it's a little bit given, but it's got to be the same.
3-1 coming with Carson Holroyd on deck. Tootin delivers. Misses it inside and low. Ball 4, and Juju Yano trots down. Second walk of the game issued by Balin Tootin. And another base runner here for Upperman. It's just a 2-run game, so you think it'll be a tight ball game. You don't want to stay down for long. As Carson Holroyd stands in here, the designated hitter, trying to do some damage. He walked off Stone Memorial on Saturday. He's shown flashes at the plate, worked some deep counts.
And he's been in this position quite a bit this season in this DH spot, and so he's trying to flip it over to kind of your adjunct leadoff guy in Evan Huddleston there in that 9 spot, who then try to flip it back to Justin Fallon at the top.
Yeah, Evan Huddleston, a really good 9-hole hitter waiting on deck. Tullahoma trying to turn 2. Yano's got some speed out there, takes a healthy lead at first. Tootin delivers in. First pitch swinging. Got him out. That one, that's a great pitch from Balin Tootin for strike 1.
Yeah, that's a really good breaking ball. That's the breaking ball that Wyatt Curtis was trying to get across in that first inning and was unable to do so. Tootin able to finally rip it off that time for himself.
Yeah, he pulled the string on that one. Holroyd gave it a healthy cut, 0-1. Tootin paying attention towards Yano. Now comes in. Another big swing and a miss. That time the fastball, and Tootin right where he wants to be, ahead 0-2.
It's also interesting for Tootin, whenever runners have been on, with the exception of Fallon, he hasn't checked over after he threw it past his first baseman.
Yano's really bouncing around over there at first, back and forth. Tootin with the 0-2 to Holroyd. Check swing, and he got it. Strike 3, the second of the inning for Tootin. And now he's trying to leave the big bats for the third, as Huddleston will stride in with a runner at first and 2 outs, and Justin Fallon looming on deck.
Yeah, that's what Tootin can do to you. Obviously, we talked about his strikeout numbers. They are definitely up there, and he's got different pitches he can go to, and he's utilized all of them here in this second inning.
Lead for Yano over at first. It's good. 2.5 steps. First pitch swinging for Huddleston, sends it foul. Evan Huddleston on the season, batting .278, good for 4th on the team. He's been all over the lineup, batting leadoff for a while. He batted 5th, he's batted 6th, and now he's back in the 9th spot trying to flip it over. Yano worked the 1-out walk, but Tootin has been all around the zone here in this inning. Looks like he's settled in there in inning number 2. Huddleston chops this one foul, and once again, for the second straight hitter, he's ahead 0-2.
Yeah, now Tootin really ahead, can kind of go to whatever he wants to.
This is going to be the 40th pitch for Balin Tootin as he's batting down the hatches here. Huddleston trying to battle. Yano over at first, really bouncing around there, trying to force a throw. Tootin will not oblige. That one misses inside, and been a few times where Upperman's had to dart away. 1-2.
Yeah, that's where he doesn't have the elbow pad on, so he's turning away.
Yeah, you do not want to get hit there.
No.
Nothing funny about getting hit on the funny bone. Here comes the 1-2. This one swung on and just foul tipped. A good battle swing there for Evan Huddleston.
It's a really good battle by Huddleston. Again, he's trying to flip it to the top. Fallon obviously already worked a good AB to start off the ball game for the Bees, able to work that full count and then rope it back out to the middle, and a little bit of a conversation on the mound between the umpire and
he's going out bringing
Tootin.
in a baseball. Not sure what, but maybe somebody got hit. The catcher could have gotten hit. So
could have been.
Go out and give him a second. He's okay behind the dish. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Yano at first, Huddleston at the plate, Fallon on deck. If you're Upperman, you certainly love Fallon here. If not, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 due up in the third, which is always a good thing. The 1-2, that was called strike 3. The third punch out of the inning for Balin Tootin, the second looking. And that brings us to the end of the top half of the second. Still 3-1 Tullahoma in the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game, presented by Nick's Restaurant in the Southwell Auto Clinic on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, Delicious Pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Wyatt Curtis back to work, looking for a much more effective second. 9-1-2 due up for Tullahoma in a 3-1 ball game. Upperman's going to have 1-2-3 due up in the third, and they hope it's still in a 3-1 ball game as Trevor Cole will get it started. Winner of this game hosts their sub-state round beginning next week. The loser has to play with their season on the line at 6 o'clock against the winner of our second game today, Lawrence County and DeKalb County.
And you mentioned Tullahoma has played Upperman well the last 2 times. Granted, the last two times ago was in 2018. Last time, a couple of years ago, here in this park in the region championship game, and they were able to get the run rule victory. A little bit different then because that also wasn't an elimination game, but you're automatically into the sub-state round. You still have to win a game after this one to get into the sub-state round.
Trevor Cole going to stand in here, trying to flip the lineup over with a base runner for Andrew Fulmer, who will be on deck. He'll be followed up by J-Ron Morris. And Upperman had the pitch to get out of the inning. Error that it's tough to live with. Extended that last inning. And the first pitch in misses a little bit up from Wyatt Curtis. And the strikeout to end the last inning was one of those generous calls as well, just by the way. The 1-0, this one's ripped foul, 1-1.
Yeah, and if you're Carson Shoup, that throw over the head, obviously you're going to be trying to do something to make up in a big way for that play, whether it's at the plate or in the field.
1-1. This is up and out. 2-1 here to Trevor Cole. And it's been the control right now. 39 pitches, only 18 of them strikes for Wyatt Curtis. As he delivers in the 2-1. That one's a good pitch for a strike, 2-2.
And again, for the Bees, even if that control does become an actual issue here into this inning and later on, you've got everybody available that you can throw.
The 2-2 pitch. Slider, this one's ripped over. Huddleston tracking it back. Now it's actually Justin Fallon who makes the catch. He can cover so much ground there in center. Makes it look easy for out number 1.
Yeah, kind of golfed it out there, hung up in the air just enough for Fallon to sprint in there and get it. And good first out of the inning. Good start for Wyatt Curtis to get that first out under his belt.
Here's Andrew Fulmer striding in. He walked and scored the first run of the game for Tullahoma in the first inning. Curtis likes the call and delivers in. First pitch slider. Got him chasing that one. 0-1.
We haven't seen too many of those swings from Fulmer.
He's aggressive at the plate, but he was sitting fastball that time, and it was not the fastball. Here comes the 0-1. And now there is the fastball. Bounces in, 1-1.
Yeah, and if I get a swing like that, I think I'm trying to go back to that spot.
Curtis is working quickly. Here's the 1-1. He gives that hesitation on the leg kick. This one's rolled over. Yano there in plenty of time. Double clutches and delivers the throw over, and it's quickly 2 up, 2 down for Upperman defensively.
Yeah, much better start here in this inning. Been much more in the zone, attacking those hitters, and that's the main thing. You trust your defense behind you. You got a good defense, especially up the middle, and able to make the play that time.
Long way to go in this baseball game.
Absolutely.
In the bottom of the second inning. J-Ron Morris, he flew out to center back in the first. It was a good play by Fallon. Surprise, surprise. And now Curtis trying to work a shutdown inning here and take some momentum back. First pitch slider, great pitch, called strike 1, and maybe the umpire's tracking it a little bit better. That's a great pitch, so much movement on it. Fires in the 0-1. Again, this one right to me. I was ready, 0-2. I flinched yesterday at softball. I'm not going to flinch today.
We're a little bit closer yesterday.
Yeah, that was, and I wasn't looking. I looked up and it was flying right at me. Petey had that one to my right. Curtis, the 0-2. Again, that long leg kick, and this one's barreled up, timed up. Tried to throw off the timing, and it did not work. J-Ron Morris with a 2-out single for Tullahoma.
Well, the last 2 times that he's done that where he's come to the balls, it's actually been hit pretty hard, and that time it was hit right back up the middle and drilled, and now you've got a runner on first.
Yeah, if you're Coach Shanks or Coach Strohmacher right now, you may be saying, hey, just throw it.
Yeah.
It's giving him more time to kind of watch it in. As a courtesy runner will come in for Morris now. Here's Balin Tootin. He ripped a double and scored on the error in the first inning. He's trying to extend this one as Sam Bobo goes out to run. I suspect his sister plays on the girls' basketball team at Tullahoma. There's a Bobo there. And if not, then my apologies as the first pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. 3-1 Tullahoma after a very eventful first inning. Upperman defensively got the first 2 outs of this frame before the single for J-Ron Morris. That pitch fouled back, and it's 1-1. Couldn't ask for a better day. The wind blowing out behind us, 70 degrees and sunny.
It's gorgeous.
We're shaded here, so no sun.
Yeah, we love the grandstands.
Absolutely.
And they're actual grandstands.
Wyatt Curtis out of the stretch. Good slider, but this one's flared out. Huddleston angling over, and he makes the catch. Nicely done by Evan Huddleston in left. And that's a big inning for Upperman defensively to keep it where it is. And it is Fallon, Shanks, and Worsing due up when we come back. This is the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game presented by Nick's Restaurant and the South Willow Auto Clinic on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back as we head into the third. Big opportunity here for the Bees. 1-2-3 due up, trailing 3-1 after a very eventful first inning, which saw a 3-1 lead for Tullahoma. Both pitchers settled in nicely in the second to a 0-0 score. And now here you go. If you're Wes Shanks, these are the three you want up, looking for a quick rally.
Well, and you mentioned one of those three, Chris Worsing. He was actually warming up in the bullpen there just a few pitches before he is obviously in the hole here in this inning. But this is the inning you'd like to get some runs on the board and try to give some of that run support back to Wyatt Curtis, who was much better there in that second inning. Trusting his defense, gave up some solid contacts, but nothing too much. Didn't allow a lot of base runners on, and you were able to get into the zone and attack that zone and trust your defense.
The velocity down for Wyatt Curtis,
Yeah.
about 6 miles per hour or more on the fastball so far in this game. He pitched on Thursday. Don't forget, moving parts in this one. You could play a second game if you lose this one. You also have 120 pitches today. It's not per game. Don't think you would see Wyatt Curtis again, especially considering the velocity, but somebody like a Chris Worsing, an Alec Wilson, a Juju Yano, a Caden Shanks perhaps, you could see multiple times. So if somebody comes in this game, doesn't mean they're burning him necessarily for a potential second game, but you're hoping you don't have to play a second game. As Justin Fallon led the game off with a single and scored the one run of the game for the Bees, stands in here for attempt number 2.
By the way, just saw J-Ron Morris throw down to second.
Cannon.
Yeah.
Cannon.
And it was on the dot. That's why they're not running too much.
Fallon worked a full count and then hit that single right up through the middle against Balin Tootin. Back to work here. First pitch misses inside for ball 1.
And he's got that breaking ball working pretty well again, but that one just missed a little bit, and it even had Fallon checking at it just a little.
1-0 into Fallon. This one he sends a long way into left field. That is way back. Goodbye, baseball. How do you do? Justin Fallon makes it a one-run game.
That's a good way to start this inning. He watches that one all the way in and cranks it out in a hurry. And we were just talking about everything seems to be traveling well. Well, that one, it didn't matter if it was traveling well. That ball was absolutely hammered, puts it out of there, and makes it a one-run game.
The 4th home run of the season for the Tennessee Tech commit. Matt Braga somewhere smiling right now as they get ready to take on SIUE. Caden Shanks, he could certainly do it, and the wind is blowing to his favor as he stands in now in a one-run game. And now there's a discussion among the umpires. You can do that. They celebrated over there. Not sure what the discussion is. They came out to celebrate the home run. They didn't come to home plate. And now Coach Wes Shanks being called over by the umpire, and he's looking over saying, what does he want?
Yeah, they're going to talk to the dugout as well.
What are we doing?
I mean, they've been doing it all season
Let them
long.
have fun. Holy smokes. That was crushed.
I mean, what team isn't going to be excited about a home run in a region championship game?
They brought the Nerf basketball out and slammed it. And Coach Shanks,
I'm guessing they just told him to knock it off, which is still silly.
It's boring.
Come on. I agree. I don't disagree.
What high school sports are all about.
But with having that long of a conversation.
By the way, that ball was destroyed over the left field fence. Fallon with his 4th of the year. Now Caden Shanks looks in, trying to tie the game now with one swing of the bat. Wind gusting out straight out of this ballpark. For both teams, that may not be the last home run you see today, as that one is across at the knees for strike 1.
Yeah, there's absolute power on both sides, not just for the Bees.
No question. Here comes the 0-1. This one, he was trying to as he sends it foul. And now it's 0-2. Quickly ahead goes Tootin as he tries to rally back in. And that just nukes your momentum.
Yeah.
If you're Upperman, you want to get that next pitch fired in immediately.
Yeah, you're trying to build off of that. You're trying to get Caden Shanks up there in the box.
I repeat, we are at Grider Stadium in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Here comes the 0-2 to Caden Shanks. This one's rolled over, and it goes foul. And we'll do it again. Chris Worsing on deck for Upperman. That really changes the complexion of it in just a one-run game. Even if they don't tie it here in this inning, it's on. We mentioned this could be a state championship game preview. You're seeing why so far. The 0-2. Called strike 3 in the other batter's box for the first strikeout of the inning for Balin Tootin.
Chris Worsing.
Brought the breaking ball through, and Chris Worsing will stride in now with nobody on and one out.
And for Chris Worsing, trying to keep it going now, the single machine for this Upperman Bees team.
We're not talking about relationship status for the young man. He's got 38 hits and 6 singles as that one bounces in for ball 1 from Balin Tootin. No strikeouts in the first for Tootin. He's got 4 since then. Both him and Curtis have settled in outside of the one mistake that he left over the heart of the plate to Fallon. Here comes the 1-0. This one sent way up into the air, ranging under it. It's angling down the right fielder, though, with a very nice jump. There's been a few good plays by Hunter Hogan in this game. There's another for out number 2.
Yep, that one just kind of flared out to right, stayed up there high enough in the air, and we've seen him travel. That one didn't travel as much. Hogan got a good jump on it, like you said, and able to make the grab. And now for Tootin, if you give up that solo shot and you're able to get out of here quickly, you're okay with it. You still got the lead.
Carson Shoup reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. He stands in here trying to extend this one. First pitch swinging for Shoup. This is a long way for Hogan to go, but it angles foul by about 10 feet. 0-1. I think the comment section liked the single machine joke that I made. You're welcome. I'll be here all week. And by all week, I mean all day. At Ryder Stadium. Literally. Here comes the 0-1 from Tootin to Shoup. Sends this one foul, and Tootin, he's done a very nice job of rallying back after that solo home run.
Well, now for Carson Shoup, you're just trying to buy some time for Chris Worsing over there in the bullpen. He just got to the bullpen again after flying out.
It's probably still going to be Wyatt Curtis in the next inning, but I've been surprised before. The 0-2, Shoup with a late decision, sends it on top of the
That's one of those
stadium.
where you're trying to have him ready just in case coming up in the following inning, hoping that Curtis gets through. And
of course, he's playing in right field, so he can't warm up during the inning. I figured it would probably be him. He was very good in his last outing against Mount Juliet.
So was Alec Wilson.
Yes, he was. Yesterday, or on Thursday, Alec Wilson was great. Could certainly see both of them today. Here comes the 0-2. Outside and low for a ball. Shoup lays off. If you haven't already, hit that like button on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching on the NFHS Network, we welcome you in as well. Here in what's been a fun game so far. 3-2. A 1-2 count here to Carson Shoup as Balin Tootin kicks and deals. That one misses way upstairs. Deuce is wild. 2-2 with 2 outs.
And for Carson Shoup, he's trying again, flushing what happened in the first and trying to get a big hit here in the third.
Wind picking up again. It's swirling around. Now it's blowing towards us. The 2-2. Breaking ball. Didn't break. Upstairs, 3-2. Full count here to Shoup. Rookie Allison waiting on deck.
It's a good AB, exactly what Chris Worsing needed, but exactly what the Bees needed as well, trying to get some work out of there in Tootin.
Yeah, Worsing getting ready quickly over there down the right field line in the bullpen. A 3-2 pitch. This one's flared up in the infield. Shouldn't be a problem, and it isn't a problem. And that will retire the side as Fulmer makes the catch. But Justin Fallon strikes one over the left field fence to get the Bees within one. Tullahoma looks to answer when we come back in the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game presented by Nick's Restaurant in the Southwell Auto Clinic on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseyschevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It is Wyatt Curtis back to work for the Bees here as we head to the bottom of the third inning. 3-2 the score. Tullahoma with the lead. It's cut in half after the solo shot for Justin Fallon. In the top half, they're looking to answer with Evan Tomlin, Colton Emery, and Mason Bratcher due up in this half inning here in the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game. The Southwell Auto Clinic have been family owned and operated for several decades in the Upper Cumberland. They're your hometown auto doctors. Any service that you get your tires rotated for free. If your check engine light goes on, go head over to our friends at the South Willow Auto Clinic on, you guessed it, South Willow Avenue in Cookeville. And they'll be able to tell you what's going on for free. And then, of course, they can fix it as well. That's not for free, but they'll do it for an affordable price. Good local folks, and they support us here at UCR and the student athletes in our area. Evan Tomlin came around to score on an error back in the first inning, looking to reach for the second time against Wyatt Curtis.
And for Wyatt Curtis, this is a big inning for him. He got that quick inning in the second, allowing just the one base runner. If you're able to work through the middle part of this order, you get a lot of confidence going, and then maybe it starts to bleed into those bats a little bit more.
50 pitches so far, only 27 of them strikes for Wyatt Curtis, but he only threw 15 in the second inning. Very different from the first. First pitch slider ripped over. That's a fair ball, and it could be extra bases for the speedy Tomlin. Huddleston just now to it, and Tomlin will reach second with ease on a leadoff double to open up the bottom half of the third.
Yeah, just jumped on the first pitch that he saw a little bit inside and able to crank it down the line. And Carson Troop didn't really have a chance to get there. Is hit sharply enough, gets past him right over that third base bag, and able to lead things off with a double. And he is probably the best hitter in this lineup, so he's going to do that quite a bit.
The Motlow commit pitched on Thursday against DeKalb County in complete game effort, 13 strikeouts in that ball game.
Solid.
But he cannot pitch today.
Nope.
As now Colton Emery stands in, he had an RBI and a walk, in which Wyatt Curtis got the squeeze. Let's see what happens here as he tries to get that run back immediately here in a 3-2 ball game. First pitch swinging here as they're trying to jump on it. It's 0-1.
For Curtis, you're okay because you're in the zone. You're not struggling with finding the zone like you were at the start of the ball game. You've been in the zone, haven't had the strikeout stuff that he's normally had, but again, This is a very good Tullahoma lineup.
It's a good Tullahoma lineup, and we mentioned the velocity way down as this slider sent way up into the air. Fallon ranges back. He's under it. He's got a cannon, but that's very deep. Loads up. Here comes the throw. It is a ridiculously good throw from that far back. But pulling in safely is Evan Tomlin on the RBI sack fly.
Yeah,
on the sacrifice fly.
He was all the way back on the track almost, and he threw that almost in the air all the way to third base, just a little bit up the line.
Haven't seen him on the mound since he got injured before the game against DeKalb County a few weeks ago, but he can throw it well over 90. Uncorked that one, but now Bratcher will be trying to put it in the outfield to score the run in a 3-2 ball game. Tomlin did the work with the double, moves over with some solid base running, infield in here for the Bees. We saw it work once and not work once against Lawrence County as the first pitch misses for ball one. Waiting here is Bratcher. He popped out to Caden Shanks. That one's fouled out of play, 1-1.
Yeah, this is where Curtis has to take advantage here as he get deeper into this lineup, try to make quick work of these guys so you don't have to face that top half again. But again, it is a good lineup 1 through 9, so it's not like it gets that much easier.
Here comes the 1-1. This one's fouled back, and now Curtis goes ahead. Hadn't been here very much today, 1-2.
And I'm going to guess that they're really trying to pitch outside here because they just shifted the outfield to the right with a righty at the plate.
Yeah, there is enough room for an inside-the-park home run in the left side of this ballpark right now. A very noticeable shift.
Huddleston is playing way over.
He's to the right of the scoreboard. Here comes the 1-2. That one. Goodness gracious. Called a ball, 2-2.
Much to the dismay of the Baxter
in the
faithful
top half,
attendance.
I promise you that's strike 3. No question about it. Here comes the 2-2 from Curtis. That one is swung on and missed. He got the Birdies Lounge strikeout as he takes the scenic route to it for a big out number 2.
Yeah, it's a really good comeback pitch after a pitch you thought you made and you really did make. He comes back with it pretty much the same spot, gets the swing that time, and able to swing through it, and now trying to strain a runner over at third base.
Hunter Hogan reached on an error in the first inning and was left stranded. He stands in here trying to bring the runner Evan Tomlin home. First pitch from Curtis, swung on and missed. And would you believe this? That was the first Birdies Lounge strikeout of the game for Wyatt Curtis. Wow. Usually a strikeout pitcher. That velocity's down a little bit today. Here comes the 0-1. And that one misses way inside, and that's going to allow Tomlin to come across and score on the wild pitch. And it's 4-2.
Yeah, that's a big one right there because you just cut the lead down to 1. You really felt like you were back in business, and then back down by 2 you go on 1 pitch.
No chance for rookie Allison on that one. Big backstop, can't get there in time either, and it's 4-2 as they've traded runs here, and now the infield goes back to its standard spots for Hunter Hogan in a 1-1 count. Curtis delivers in the 1-1 slider, fouled back 1-2, and Upperman legend Will Mabry in the comment section tuning in. Tennessee Vol now making his way up towards the major leagues. He was fun to watch pitch. Here comes the 1-2 from Curtis. Fastball misses low, 2-2.
Now, a few of these pitchers trying to take that same path.
Absolutely. Will Mabry was a special guy, a special pitcher. The 2-2 pitch here from Curtis, swung on, flared out. Ranging back is Evan Huddleston. He's tracking it the whole way and left, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Tullahoma gets the run back. We'll head to the middle innings. It's 4-2 and an exciting Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game. It's presented by the Southwell Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
5-6-7 due up for the Upperman Bees, trailing 4-2 here in the Region 4 3A Championship game. Rookie Allison, Alec Wilson, and Juju Yano will face off against Balin Tootin on the mound here for the Tullahoma Wildcats. For Upperman, 2 runs came across in an error, another on the wild pitch. And doing that against a team like this, that'll lead to you being down, but it's certainly still a long way from being over here this afternoon.
Oh, we saw Lawrence County. That kind of happened to them against the Bees on that Thursday game where they had some runs across, but then they allowed some runs to come across for the Bees and ultimately lost that game for the Bees. They're trying to work their way back into it now.
Rookie Allison stands in, first pitch, outside for ball 1. He flew out in foul territory in his first appearance. Stands in here to lead off this one. Alec Wilson waiting behind him. Tootin delivers, and Allison puts a swing on this one, flares it out. Been a lot of work for Hogan out in right field. He's under it again and makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, the way the wind is blowing, it's been swirling at times, it's been blowing out at times, and it seems like a lot of those balls have been being pushed out to right field. And you mentioned he's getting a lot of work and been able to make easy work of it.
Alec Wilson will stand in now. He struck out looking back in the second inning. Attempt number 2 here for the junior first baseman. Worsing is not working over in the bullpen right now, by the way. First pitch right down Main Street for strike 1.
He's had that breaking ball snapped off good amount, and he's been able to throw it across.
Tootin delivers in. That one ripped over, and that's going to get through for a base hit for Alec Wilson. Good piece of hitting there as he smacks it out into right for the 1-out single.
Yeah, and it sounded like he was kind of working in the cage recently this week, trying to figure out what he was trying to find something in his swing that wasn't quite working and able to take it the other way that time. And anytime you're able to take it the other way, you're starting to see the ball a little bit better, and you're going to be on the right track.
Juju Yano, he walked and was left stranded in the second. Now represents the potential game-tying run at the plate in a 4-2 ball game here in the top of the 4th. And for Upperman, you know it's not the 7-hole hitter. You know who's looming, just waiting in the ether. Can you put some base runners on and get him back up to the plate? A lot easier said than done against Balin Tootin. Check swing. Good pitch from Tootin for strike 1.
Yeah, that was one where it looked really good coming in, and then as he was all the way into the zone, thought to saw it off.
0-1 coming here to Yano. He swings at this one, chops it over, double play potentially. Throw to second for 1. The throw to first is in time. 5-4-3, inning over for the Tullahoma defense. We'll head to the bottom half, still 4-2. Coverage presented by Nick's Restaurant in the Southwell Auto Clinic on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Back here at Grider Stadium, 8-9-1 due up for the Wildcats, trying to get some insurance here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Philip Lemon will lead them off. It was a 5-4-3 double play to end the top half. And for the first time, we've got some action over in the Tullahoma bullpen to our left.
They're thinking, too, they've got the lead now, and they might be trying to save Tootin for if they would need that second game a little later on.
They may be trying to slam the door as well.
Yep. Yeah, they've got a deep pitching staff just as Upperman does.
Philip Lemon, he flew out 0-for-1 in his first appearance. Stands in here. He'll be followed by Trevor Cole and then Andrew Fulmer as it'll flip over. Wyatt Curtis has been much better the last two innings. First pitch fired by for strike one. Struggle early. We've seen that from time to time, but really probably should be 2-2 right now. A couple of unearned runs coming across. Here comes the 0-1. Slider, got him chasing at that one. Maybe the best pitch he's thrown today.
Well, not only that, you had the error, which brought the 2 runs, and then the wild pitch, which brought another run. So you really feel like defensively you're playing okay outside of those 2 plays right there.
The 0-2, miss low and outside for a ball. Good take there for Lemon after a check swing. 1-2. There's that slider again. This one's rolled over. Could be a tough play. Shoop is to it. Throw over to first is in time for out number 1.
That's a really good play by Carson Shoop because that's not an easy play, and especially after having that in the back of your mind, what you did earlier on in this game, that was going to be a tough one. He makes a good throw and got him out by a good amount.
Trevor Cole stands in. He flew out to center field. Hard hit ball, but it was at Justin Fallon who made the catch. He's trying to set the table for Andrew Fulmer and try to spark a little bit of insurance here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, you'd love to face Fulmer with nobody on if you're Curtis.
First pitch. Doesn't get the call, 1-0. This is going to be pitch number 70 here for Wyatt Curtis. That one misses low. He has got the ratio a little bit better. 40 strikes now. After really struggling early on with it. Takes a deep breath as he delivers in the 2-0, and that hits him. That did not look right at all. He took a breath in the middle of the motion, and it fired in and hit Cole right in the ankle. And now he does set the table. Andrew Fulmer with a base runner trying to make it a 3-run game or even a 4-run game with one swing of the bat.
Now batting number 11.
And Fulmer, we've seen he's been aggressive when they're in the zone, especially the way the wind is blowing today. It's been swirling around, coming in, going out. And we've already seen one big fly.
We've seen Tullahoma turn a double play in this inning. Upperman would love to, too. This is a weekly roll. There'll only be one play for Caden Shanks. He flips to first in time for out number 2. As the runner advances into scoring position, Trevor Cole over to second.
Yeah, that's a really good play by Shanks. Charging on it. That's off the end of the bat. It's spinning a lot. He's got to get there quickly. He's got to get a good flip as well, and he's able to do so because Fulmer's got a lot of speed.
J-Ron Morris going to stand in here. He's 1 for 2 today with a fly out and a single. He's got a runner at second. Ball down in the outfield probably will score. Cole, who's got some speed out there. In the bottom of the 4th inning. Absolute collision here in Class 3A. This one's fouled up and out of play, 0-1. Big cut for Morris on strike 1. It was just the sound effect this time. The window got broken out on Thursday of the press box. We saw a car get belted by one.
Crushed.
Now Morris with the 0-1 from Curtis. Sends this one towards Fallon, who has to range over. That's going to be plenty deep to score the run. Fallon does load up. The throw in will be cut, and it's an RBI single and a big run for Tullahoma as they push the lead to 3.
Yeah, you mentioned it. They're starting to look for insurance runs, and that's exactly what that one is right there. With a 3-run lead, you feel really comfortable with the way Tootin has been throwing on the mound. And J-Ron Morris, he's gotten a couple of big hits here in this game so far.
Speaking of, Balin Tootin going to stride in with a courtesy runner at first and 2 outs. And they've done a good job of hitting in this game. It's just the 4th base hit. They capitalized on a couple of mistakes. They haven't made those mistakes, and as such, they have a 5-2 lead now, and the pressure really starting to mount on the Bees if they want to avoid having to play an elimination game. First pitch slider, good one in there for strike 1. 74 pitches now for Wyatt Curtis. And he's ready to go as Tootin stepped out for a moment. Now back in. Says no to the first, likes the second. And it's back to the slider. This one's ripped over, but right at Juju Yano. He'll take the short route over and tag the bag for out number 3. An insurance run does come across, though, for the Tullahoma Wildcats. As we head to the 5th, it's 5-2. This is the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game presented by the Southwell Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Eight 9-1 due for the Bees. They need a rally here, trailing 5-2 against the homestanding Tullahoma Wildcats in a battle of district champions. The winner hosts their sub-state round, loser backs against the wall, although both teams will be a favorite in the last game tonight. They face the winner of Lawrence County and DeKalb County. We'll be here for it. Coming up next in a new stream, tentatively scheduled for 3 o'clock. We're ahead of schedule here, but I don't think they're going to start that game early. Back live on the main page, YouTube channel, and NFHS Network. Balin Tootin's been good today. He's back out there on the mound once again. Here in the 5th, he'll face Carson Holroyd, Evan Huddleston, and Justin Fallon. Holroyd and Huddleston know their role. It's to get on and give the big bats of Fallon and Shanks a chance.
Well, this could be a big inning for the Bees because especially with 8-9-1 due up, obviously you're going to get to the top of the lineup, but you'd love to have Justin Fallon come up here with 1 out, nobody out, some runners on, and keeping it going.
In the 5th inning this year, Upperman is outscoring their opponents 43-12. They have dominated 5th innings this year, and a lot of it's because that 3rd time through for Fallon, Shanks, and Worsing. Shanks and Worsing hoping to get to bat here as Balin Tootin trying to go 1-2-3 and keep all the momentum in that home dugout to our left.
Oh, this is where they were able to put it on to Lawrence County a little bit back on Thursday in that 5th inning.
And Wes Shanks is not happy about something. Talking to the home plate umpire. And they've been talking for a while. And now Coach Shanks jogs down to the 3rd base coaching box. He's been more animated in this tournament than I think I've ever seen. Rightfully so on Thursday.
Yeah, the one on Thursday was pretty blatant.
Number 25, Caden.
Carson Holroyd stands in. He's 0-for-1 with a strikeout. Both him and Huddleston struck out in their first appearances, trying to avoid that here against the lefty Balin Tootin.
They say Caden Holroyd so much they can make us think it is him.
Caden Holroyd is not in the lineup today.
He's in the dugout.
He is in the dugout. It's Carson Holroyd. They keep announcing Caden now. Holroyd will show bunt, pulls back for ball 1. We talked about that coming back. Probably a good idea to try and drop one down for Holroyd.
Yeah, just try to find your way aboard here against Tootin, who's been really, really good against this bottom part of the lineup. It doesn't matter how you do it if you're able to get over there at first base.
1-0 coming here from Tootin. We'll see if Holroyd bunts again or not. He is not. Puts a big swing on that one. Foul tip for strike 1.
Looks like Worsing's still warming up over there in the bullpen now.
And now up near 80 pitches for Wyatt Curtis. Here comes the 1-1. Called a strike on the outside. 1-2 now for Balin Tootin. Been ahead of hitters a lot, especially in the lower half of the order today. He's cruised through. The 1-2, foul tip. Holroyd stays alive. And looking from 6 through 9 in the order. Upperman has 1 hit a double play, 3 strikeouts so far. He has controlled it here in the bottom half. Top half has done some damage, though. Here comes the 1-2 again to Holroyd. That one misses outside, and we're even up.
Yeah, that was a good battle swing, that swing before. He's been going with that two-seam on the outside part of the plate, trying to get him to kind of chase at it. Not give it too easy to hit.
The 2-2 incoming here. Called strike 3. A fastball, maybe a tick high. You got the call. Close enough, you got to trigger at it, and it's another strikeout for Fallon, too.
Well, and that's where, too, where you've been going outside for the first 4 or 5 pitches of the at-bat. You change it, you go inside, and he just turns that shoulder just enough because he thinks it's going to come inside on him. It's that fastball that breaks right back out across the plate. 5th
punch out of the game for Fallon Tootin on the mound, and now Huddleston stands in with a runner out, or 1 out, I should say, and it hits him. Evan Huddleston gets the job done, although it's a painful way to do it. He heads down to first as that one clipped him in the leg, and here comes Justin Fallon, whose last time up hit a bomb to left field. He is 2 for 2 with a single, a home run, and 2 runs scored.
Yeah, well, I said you want to find any way on, and that is a way on, but you're going to be feeling it for some time there at the lower left leg of Evan Huddleston, who has some speed, but maybe a little bit slower here. I was
going to say, that could neutralize the speed just a little bit over there for Huddleston at first. Now Fallon stands in, Shanks on deck. And if you're Upperman in the top of the 5th inning with 1 out, you are not assured of having another AB for Fallon. So
yeah, you got to take advantage right here.
And we'll see if they pitch to him. And now Moore's going to go out and have a word with his pitcher, and that's part of the discussion here. The problem is you can't really avoid pitching to Fallon because Caden Shanks is on deck, and then behind him is Chris Worsing. So it makes this top 4 really lethal for the Upperman Bees.
Well, Tootin's got a good enough stuff, and we've seen it today that he can attack these hitters. I mean, there's no question about that.
They just turned 1 inning into double play. They'd love to do that again here. Huddleston with speed, Fallon with speed, so it'll be a little bit tougher. Tootin from the stretch. First pitch, misses lowered outside for ball 1.
And it's definitely going to be in the mind of Tootin. If you leave it out over the plate and a good swing gets put on it, you have a chance of making this a 1-run game again. So he's definitely going to be trying to work different parts of the plate, throwing some different pitches.
Fallon worked a full count his first AB. Hit the 1-0 pitch over the fence in his last one. That one's across for strike 1.
He's been getting that call in that outside part of the corner.
He certainly has. Wyatt Curtis has not. 1-1 with a runner at first and 1 out. Tootin checks over out of the stretch, now delivers in. That one misses low and outside. Haven't seen a throw over since the error back in the first inning that allowed Fallon to move over to third. Huddleston does have some speed, but you mentioned Morris behind the plate. He's got a cannon, and Tootin's getting it in there pretty quickly in the mid-80s. 2-1 to Fallon. Outside, ball 3, and now a hitter's count, 3-1, and looming is Caden Shanks.
Yeah, this is exactly where you want to be if you're Justin Fallon. You have to get a good pitch, and if not, you're going to be put on first base and bring Caden Shanks to the plate with 2 on.
It is go time for the Upperman Bees here, trailing 5-2. If they're going to have a rally, you're probably looking at it now. Here comes the 3-1 from Fallon Tootin. Ball 4, and it is 2 on, and the tying run to the plate in the form of Caden Shanks.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see maybe a walk out. No, dugout staying pretty quiet over there for Tullahoma.
Caden Shanks today, he's walked and struck out looking so far. He worked a full count in his first AB, hit an 0-1, struck out in the third, and now he stands in here. He has an extra base hit in this tournament, had a double on Thursday against Lawrence County, and Fallon Tootin knows it's time to batten down the hatches.
Caden Shanks had to get the different play card, or it fell out or something.
Lots of speed on the base paths with Huddleston and Fallon, and of course in the batter's box, the most speed in the form of Shanks. 1 out here, top of the 5th. Tootin with a look back, comes in, misses way outside. Tremendous block behind the plate by J-Rod Morris.
That is so good from J-Rod Morris because there is so much space to that backstop behind, and you've got so much speed on the base path. That could have possibly not saved a run in this situation, but you at least save him from moving into scoring position.
That was a great play there from Morris. Now 1-0 count here to Shanks. We mentioned the 5th inning this year has been the magic inning for Upperman. They're looking for more here in a region title game. The 1-0, that one check swing, fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. You can feel it. It's intense now in this ballpark. Everybody on the edge of their seats.
That quiet anticipation.
Yeah, it hangs in the balance right now. Tullahoma with the advantage, but Upperman threatening. Runners at first and second. Tootin taking a long time now, has the call. The 1-1. Kicks and deals, bounces in. Morris again with the block, 2-1.
It's been multiple times now that Tootin has gone down in the zone, away in the zone. Obviously, he just came off the walk as well to Fallon.
He's at 78 pitches. Remember, only gone over 4 innings twice this year. Now into the 5th. He's gone 4 1/3, so make it 3 times. But hasn't gone deep in the outings. He's been used in the closer role a lot. 4 for 4 in save opportunities this year. But they love the stuff that he has for obvious reasons. The 2-1. Shanks sends it. It's at the right fielder, Hogan. He makes the catch for a big out number 2.
Yeah, that's a huge one right there because Shanks got a pretty good swing on it, but right at the right fielder for that second out. And now it's going to be up to Chris Worsing to see if he can't do something with it with 2 runners on.
Chris Worsing in an RBI sac fly in the first. He flew out to right in the 3rd. And again, a lot of work for Hogan. But first a trip out to the mound here for Tullahoma. And we'll see if it's a change or just a discussion here with 2 on and 2 out. They get out of this unscathed. I feel great about their chances to win this game here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would think it would just be a discussion, hey, you got to force out anywhere, make a pitch. And you've been pretty good against Chris Worsing, just a couple of the flyouts so far. And I mentioned Chris Worsing, he is that single machine. He's been able to rope him out there. If he gets one down, Huddleston will have a good chance to score. And so he's trying to get a hit out there if he can, or just find his way aboard and keep those bats coming to the plate.
Coach Shanks just had a word with his young right fielder. It is going to be a change. New pitchers, Balin Tootin will come off, and it looks like Hogan may come on out of right field. Big moment here, new pitcher when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, Delicious Pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's time for a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Tullahoma Wildcats as they give the ball to Hunter Hogan. He checks out of right field, goes onto the mound. Been used exclusively in relief this year, Jacob, but he's had good numbers.
Yeah, he's had really good numbers in 22 innings so far this year. He does have a 1-1 record in 3 save opportunities. He has 3 saves. Earned runs, only 6 earned runs allowed, 30 strikeouts to 10 walks, an ERA of 1.91, and a batting average against of 192. So he is coming in to close the door on the Upperman Bees.
Runners at first and second for the Bees with 2 outs. Caden Shanks got a hold of one, but it was right at Hogan in right field. Now he goes to the mound. He's had a day in right, now trying to continue it here. Worsing stands in, looking for his first base hit. Fallon walked. Huddleston was hit by a pitch, so the book not quite closed on Balin Tootin yet, but he was good today. Gave his team a chance to win.
And he's out in center field as Tomlin went over to right.
And the first pitch in is a slider that misses the zone low for ball 1 to Chris Worsing. 6'1" freshman.
Quite possibly could see him on the mound coming up in the bottom of the inning.
Certainly could. Hogan, that long stretch, kicks in. That slider is sick. 1-1.
Yeah, you saw Worsing. He kind of stepped out a little bit in the little check swing, and even if he swings through, with him stepping out, I don't know if he puts a good swing on it.
That started in on the hands and then ripped across the zone. Very nice pitch. Speed on the base paths with Fallon and Huddleston. The 1-1 from Hogan. Going to the slider exclusively so far. That one misses 2-1.
Yeah, and that's when you've got a slider that moves like that, if you're able to get ahead, well, you got 2 outs as well. You only need to make 1 pitch.
76 miles per hour on that one as it fired in from Hunter Hogan. Worsing with the bat high above his right shoulder. A 2-1 coming here from Hogan here in relief. Bounces in, or just nearly bounces in, I should say. And now a hitter's count for Worsing. 3-1. Carson Shoup, the cleanup hitter, is on deck. Let's see if he gets something to hit here. That was the first fastball we've seen from Hogan. Go from lefty to a righty. Big 3-1 pitch on the way. Misses. Ball 4, and Chris Worsing loads the bases. Good AB for the youngster. And now, to quote a wise man, the bases are juiced here for the Bees. And it'll bring up Carson Shoup, who reached on a fielder's choice and has flown out so far in this game.
I don't know if anyone's ever called me a wise man, but I'll take it.
I lied. Bases loaded here. No base hits in this inning, but a couple of walks and a hit by pitch. And now the Bees trying to strike. This is a huge moment as they trail by 3. Bases loaded for the first time in the game. First pitch slider in there for strike 1.
It's a boomerang.
It really is. That thing is ripping around. It puts it in the mind of the hitter. Hogan now takes his time. The 0-1. Hasn't been able to pinpoint the fastball yet. He's leaned on the slider.
Yeah, he's only had the slider get across and only got the slider really the check swing as well.
He's working quickly now. The 1-1. There's the slider again, and he's a strike away. And Shoup going to have to battle in now. That one was not close.
Big pitch right here.
Huge pitch. Bases loaded. Losers got to play again at 6. Winner gets to go home and host their sub-state round. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. A big-time job there by Hunter Hogan. And he strands the bases loaded, and the Wildcat faithful love it. They'll look for some insurance when we come back. It's 5-2 Tullahoma. Coverage of the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game presented by the Southwell Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant is on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It's a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Upperman Bees. They give the ball to the right-handed freshman, Chris Worsing. He was really good his last time out against Mount Juliet on the season, a 4.74 ERA. He's 2-2. This is his 10th appearance in 20 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 20 hits, 17 runs, 14 of them earned, 17 strikeouts, 15 walks, and hitters batting .282 against Chris Worsing.
Yeah, Chris Worsing coming in a big spot here. Just trying to keep that door closed right now and trying to hold it at what it is, at a 3-run deficit to give your bats an opportunity because you got the bottom part of the lineup coming up in the top half of the 6th. You'll have another chance after that. You'd really like to get a run across in the 6th because then your big bats will be coming up in the 7th unless they come up in the 6th with a big inning.
Difference in this game right now, Tullahoma has capitalized on all their opportunities.
Yep.
Upperman has not. They had the bases loaded and unable to cash in, and now it's 4-5-6 looking for more. Evan Tomlin will get him started. He's 1 for 1 today with a walk, a double, and a 2-run scored already for the Motlow commit.
Yeah, and for Tullahoma, obviously, they've had a couple of the big hits, but they cashed in on to the opportunities that were available to them, and Upperman making mistakes. The run, that throw home is the big one right now that scored the 2 runs, and then there was a wild pitch that came through that scored another run as well. Some of these unforced errors, well, really, I guess forced errors, but errors that shouldn't have been made and that are easier to make a play on.
And now the question will be, how many pitches does Chris Worsing throw in a 3-run deficit? If Upperman has to play again later, they'd really like to have him available to pitch in a must-win game. You would imagine, and by imagine, I would be fairly surprised as the first pitch misses up if it's not Juju Yano starting that game later on tonight for the Bees, if they do have to play that game.
Yeah, you'd have Alec Wilson as well. Those are kind of the 3 prime candidates right now to pitch rest of today.
The 1-0, that one has been a strike for Tullahoma. It's a ball for Chris Worsing, and it's 2-0. And that's 83 miles an hour on the gun for the freshman. He's ticked up that velocity throughout this season. This one's ripped over right towards Yano, and he has to adjust. It bounced once, so he makes the throw. Nice play by Yano for out number 1.
That is a heck of a play by Juju Yano because he started going hard to his right, but it had so much spin on it that it spun back to the right, or back to his left. He's able to pick it on the 1-hopper and then get a good throw to first.
Colton Emery stands in. He had a sacrifice fly his last appearance, an RBI and a walk back in the first. And Chris Worsing now has an out to play with there. More of a pitch-to-contact sort of hitter, so he's got to trust the defense against a really good lineup. First pitch, slider, a good pitch for strike one.
Yeah, that's a really good breaking ball, able to get a piece of that front edge of the zone.
0-1 from Worsing. Big leg kick in, fastball sent way into the air. That is smoked. Fallon ranging back. Are you kidding me? On the track, Justin Fallon with the catch for out number 2.
And I was going to say earlier in the game, usually you don't see Justin Fallon diving out there because he doesn't have to. Well, that time he needed to. He was on the warning track and ranges all the way over to his left at the max of his capacity and able to get there.
You could probably count on one hand the amount of center fielders in this state who could make that catch. Justin Fallon just does for a big out number 2, and Mason Bratcher will stand in now. He's 0 for 2, one of the only Wildcats to not reach. He's popped out and struck out so far.
Yeah, that was one heck of a catch.
And now he's going to have to clean the scrapes off his arm where he dove on the warning track. Good fastball in there for a strike.
And the dirt out there is always a little bit different. It's never the same as the infield dirt. It's always that coarse dirt.
Yeah, it hurts badly to dive on that. But he doesn't, and he made the catch. Here comes the 0-1 from Worsing. Fastball rolled over towards Shoup. He fields it. Carson Shoup loads up, and that is a shutdown inning for Chris Worsing and the Upperman defense to hold it right where it is. Tullahoma leads 5-2 as we head to the 6th. This is the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game presented by the Southwell Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseychevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Rookie Allison, Alec Wilson, Juju Yano due up for the Upperman Bees, looking for a rally, trailing 5-2. The defense flexed its muscles in the 5th inning as they put up the first 1-2-3 inning of the game defensively for Upperman, and it was highlighted by a tremendous diving catch by Justin Fallon out at the warning track. But now back to work goes Hunter Hogan. He's ripping off that slider even in the warm-up pitches. Struggled with the fastball, but the slider got a critical punch out to leave the bases loaded when he came in relief in the 5th.
Well, these 3 guys that are coming up, rookie Allison, Alec Wilson, Juju Yano, all 3 of them have kind of that clutch gene inside of them. We've seen rookie Allison have the big hits. We've seen Alec Wilson have the big hits. And we've seen Juju Yano have the big hits as well. They need some, not necessarily hits, they need to get on board and keep those batters coming to the plate here in the 6th.
If they go down 1-2-3, it'd be 8-9-1 due up for Upperman. Even down 3, they feel okay if they can get all 3 of Fallon, Shanks, and Worsing to the plate. But that is not guaranteed right now, and Tullahoma has no intention of letting that happen, as the first pitch fastball is fouled back by Allison, and that's the best fastball thrown in by Hunter Hogan here in relief.
Yeah, he struggled with that fastball placing it, but the slider was just so good he didn't really have to.
Yeah, when you got that slider ripping the way it is, you don't have to throw much else. That is a tough pitch to hit. Rocks back a few times. Now the 0-1. That one misses low. 1-1.
And he's kind of got that herky-jerky wind up. We didn't see that with the runners on, but when he sets his foot, he kind of rocks back and forth a little bit a couple of times.
He came in when runners on. That one misses low, and now rookie Allison goes ahead 2-1. The plate vision been so important for Allison this year. He slumped hard in the middle part of the season, but he's been a lot better about not chasing too much. 2-1. This one's ripped foul, and it's 2-2. He barreled that one up a little bit. And now we'll see if this is where he tries to rip off that slider low and outside.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what I would call.
He's most comfortable throwing that one, it seems like.
Alec Wilson waiting on deck. The lower half of the order has not had a ton of success today. Rookie Allison is 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. 2-2 pitch coming from Hogan. Double leg kick this time, slider. This one's flicked over. Long way to go at first. He fields it cleanly. Throw to first as Hogan flies over to cover the bag for out number one.
Yeah, that's where it helps to have your outfielder, your starting right fielder out there on the mound where he's got some speed and he's able to have the wherewithal to go cover that one over at first.
Alec Wilson, he is the one in the lower half that's had a base hit so far. 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout, but of course his first appearance here against Hogan on the mound. Tullahoma closing in. They lead 5-2. Upperman down to their final 5 outs today. Hogan kicks and deals. Slider. Got the strike call on that one, 0-1.
And again, not an elimination game. Even if they were to lose, they would still have another chance coming up at 6 o'clock this evening.
The 0-1. That one dips away. Wilson lays off. Giugiano on deck. And again, even if you don't score in this half inning, you're trying to become base runners to get deeper into the order. The 1-1. Fastball up. Again, they're certainly trying to score.
Right.
And Tullahoma is trying to not let that happen.
Correct.
It's a 2-1. Into Wilson. Oh, my goodness. Called a strike.
It's twice
2-2.
now. That's twice now on Alec, too. And, I mean, you can't do anything with it if you swing at it.
It has not been a balanced strike zone in this ball game. Here comes the 2-2. Slider.
That was more
better,
over the plate.
That was a better pitch than the last
fastball.
one. And it's 3-2. So it's probably where the count should be, just in
Correct.
the wrong order. That was a sick slider thrown in there from Hogan. Here's the payoff pitch from Hogan. Fastball fouled back, and that's a good swing by Alec Wilson.
Yeah, that's a really good battle swing there, and he's timing it up. Just flew right back just a little bit underneath it.
Hunter Hogan on the mound. He threw a good pitch to try to get strike 3 a couple of times now. See what he brings in here at 3-2 one more time. The pitch. Called strike 3. That's right down Main Street for strike 3. It'll bring up Giugiano, and Hogan trying to do the job and make sure that it's 8-9-1 due up in the 6th, or in the 7th rather, for the Bees.
Yeah, so you'll at least get to the top, and we're going to have, if Yano gets aboard, Brain Green is standing in the on-deck circle right now.
Now Yano is 0 for 1. Big swing and a miss on strike 1. He walked back in the 2nd and then grounded into an inning double play in the 4th.
This is what Hogan does. He comes in and he shuts the door, and
No
he's
doubt.
been good so far.
Gives that double rock. He mixes it up. That fastball misses low, 1-1.
Yeah, it reminds me of Johnny Cueto, who you don't know what Johnny Cueto's going to do whenever he's going into his windup. He'll go behind him. He'll rock back and forth.
Now the normal delivery. Yano flares this one foul, and now Hogan could send this place into a frenzy with one more strike as it's 1-2.
Similar to Nestor Cortez with the Yankees as well.
Takes a little bit of a trip around the mound this
Yeah.
time. We got DeKalb County, Lawrence County coming up, and if this result holds, Upperman will be in action again at 6 o'clock with their season on the line. The 1-2 misses up and in. Yano lays off. And he's been effectively wild so far. 25 pitches, 13 of them strikes, but he's thrown strikes at the right time. Been able to mix it up nicely. The 2-2 pitch into Yano. That one misses low, and we run full at 3-2. It is Braden Green on deck. He's going to pinch hit at some point. Imagine if he's going to lead off the 7th as well. Big deep breath here for Hogan. Another full count. Just got one punch out with it. The 3-2 swung on, and we'll do it again.
That was a good pitch, too, on that outside part of the plate. Yano able to get just a piece of the bat to stay live.
And Moore's checking the baseball. Thinks it's good, sends it back out to his pitcher. 3-2, another payoff pitch coming here with 2 outs. Hogan delivers, slider, swung on and missed strike 3. A big-time inning there for Hunter Hogan, and Tullahoma is an inning away from winning the region. They'll look to add on for some insurance as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. It's still 5-2. Coverage presented by the Southwell Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network. Welcome back. Tullahoma looking for some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-8-9 due up. Chris Worsing put up the first 1-2-3 inning of the game. And again, you're going to be watching that pitch count very closely for Chris Worsing because right now he's been the most consistent reliever that Upperman's got. And they'll want him in the next game if this result holds. They'll need a little 7th inning magic if they want to win this one. First pitch in, and there is your announcer jinx for the day. Misses for Hunter Hogan, who's been great in relief in his own right.
It wasn't that far outside that Ricky Allison couldn't have caught it, but
I know it's just the irony of it. Talking about how good he's pitching, and then when he goes to the backstop,
it was indeed outside.
The 1-0. This one's rolled over. Yano ranges up, fields it cleanly. Juju's got to make a good throw, and he beats the speedy Hogan by a step. The Upperman defense, a little rocky to start. But since then, they've been really good.
Especially in the last 2 innings, they've been really good. They're showing off the leather. Yano has been great at shortstop. And how nice is it that your normal starting shortstop, Caden Shanks, he moves over to second base to save his arm a little bit. Juju Yano at short moves over, and there's no drop-off whatsoever. He's been great.
And Carson Holroyd, by the way, he's out in right field. They burn the DH. First pitch swinging here. Speaking of Carson Holroyd, right there, that's an atom ball for out number 2, and he's doing a great job. Chris Worsing is pitching to contact, and the defense is backing him up.
You mentioned pitching to contact. Every single batter that has been at the plate has hit the ball so far, but he's got 5 outs so far in the last couple of innings.
5 outs, 10 pitches for Chris Worsing. Trevor Cole will stand in, and for Upperman, if they don't come back in the 7th, of course, he won't have to come back out in the bottom half, so he's looking for another out here against number 9. That pitch called a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 called a strike for 1-1. Worsing working quickly. The 1-1. That was a strike against Alec Wilson in the top half of the inning. It's now 2-1. It's a ball, but
correct.
The 2-1 fastball. 3-1 now.
Must have been low.
We are once again in Grider Stadium in Tullahoma, Tennessee. In the top of the order looming here for the Wildcats. 3-1. Flared out. Holroyd's got to go a long way. It's going to drop in for a base hit. It'll be a single for Trevor Cole. He flips the lineup over and gives him a chance to add on with Andrew Fulmer.
Yeah, it's a really good job by the 9 batter in the lineup when you're facing 7, 8, and 9, trying to get it back to the top, get those big bats to the plate. And now, if you're Chris Worsing, you're really trying to bear down, just trying to get this last down. You got 2 outs on the board, trying to get the last down, get your bats up to the plate.
Andrew Fulmer, he has walked and scored a run, grounded out a couple of times as well. First appearance against Chris Worsing here. First pitch, good slider in there for strike 1.
Yeah, you got him checking at it. We've seen Fulmer a couple times on that where it starts high. He's really thinking about it.
He's got some power in that bat. He's been flirting with something going a long way. The 0-1. There's the slider again. He does go up and chase it. This one's flared up. Caden Shanks is under it. And Chris Worsing does the job in relief to give the Bees a chance in this one. They need 3 runs to extend it when we come back in the 7th. If not, we'll be back here at 6 o'clock. This is the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game presented by Nick's Restaurant and the Southwell Auto Clinic on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseychevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 1 inning to go. Hunter Hogan on the mound here trying to slam the door. He's been really good in relief, and it's go time for the Bees. Braden Green going to pinch hit to open up this inning. Evan Huddleston and Justin Fallon due up. If Green and Huddleston get on, it's on. If they get out, probably see at 6 o'clock coming up later on tonight.
Yeah, this Braden Green hadn't hit for a while. He's going to be back up here in a big spot and facing a guy that throws a lot of sliders, and it's a lefty, though. So you wonder if that kind of got into the thinking as well.
Braden Green, he's batting just 182, but he has a 400 on base percentage this year.
Number 3.
He has an extra base hit as he ripped a triple against Livingston Academy and a double in that game.
Yes, he did.
He does have home run power.
He does. It's blown out right now.
And the wind is now blowing out as it's cycled around back again to our backs.
And we've seen it's not the biggest park.
But right now the problem for Upperman is touching Hunter Hogan's slider as it
Correct.
rips in across the plate. He's been really good here as
Yeah.
Tullahoma tries to win the region championship. And what's happening in Region 4 is if you host the region tournament, you win it the past couple of years. Tullahoma 2 years ago, Upperman last year, and now the Wildcats on the doorstep. First pitch, big hack at it from Green, 0-1.
And that was an early fastball. You wonder if he even sees a fastball later on in this at-bat.
That slider, though, would be coming in towards him, which
Yep.
does change it up to your point earlier. Here comes the 0-1. That, again, delayed kick. He changes it up a lot, misses.
I'm guessing that was some of the thinking going into it with the righty on the mound.
And Green can swing a good bat. Here comes the 1-1. Called a strike on the outside corner with a fastball. Hogan ahead again. He has 2 strikeouts in the last inning. Another one, 3 total in his outing through just 5 batters faced. Here comes the 1-2 into Green. Swung on and missed. Upperman down to their final 2 outs here in game number 1. That is the 3rd straight punch out for Hogan on the mound. He's pitching really well. Evan Huddleston will try to get on and set the table for Justin Fallon.
Hey, he's mowing down the Bees right now, but Huddleston hit in his last at-bat, has put together some good competitive ABs. He's going to need a really good one here.
0 for 1 today. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out looking. Of course, first appearance against Hogan, and that slider now working away from him. He is throwing very, very well. First pitch, misses up and in for a ball, 1-0. 33 pitches, 18 of them strikes for Hunter Hogan. Fallon trying to time it up on deck. Here comes the 1-0. That one misses low and outside, now 2-0.
Those are 2 pretty good pitches as well. They've been called strikes at times in this game.
It's been very inconsistent in the ball game today. Here comes the 2-0. That's low. And now Huddleston is way ahead 3-0. Would love a 1-out walk with Fallon and Shanks looming behind.
Yeah, this bat ain't moving.
No. Better not. Here comes the 3-0 from Hogan. He knows it. He puts that one right across the plate. And now it's 3-1, and it's on. Battle resumed after that take for Huddleston. Tullahoma fans are in it. They can feel it. The 3-1. That misses. Ball 4. A 1-out walk for Evan Huddleston. And now the game-tying run is in the on-deck circle, and here comes Justin Fallon, who's having a Justin Fallon day. He is single, solo home run, walked, and scored the 2 runs for the Bees. Stands in here again for his first appearance against Hunter Hogan, and Caden Shanks is on deck. And if Caden Shanks wasn't on the team, Justin Fallon would be your bona fide Mr. Baseball contender for Upperman. He still should probably be in the discussion, batting well over 400 on the campaign.
Yeah, hit his 4th bomb of the season as well. He's not looking to do that right now. He'd love to do it. He's just trying to put it out there and play and get Kane Shanks to the plate.
The wind continues to swirl as that slider misses outside. It's now blowing left to right.
And for the Bees, he might be in take mode right now.
Yeah, it's a 1-0 pitch.
3-1 and a walk issued to Huddleston. The walk there, or the ball there.
Justin Fallon is really in take mode, though, as he stands in. He's got good plate vision as well. The 1-0. Hogan out of that long stretch. Slider, great pitch. Rips in there for a strike. That is a filthy slider. Braden Williams-esque for the Upperman fans at home who will remember what the Carson Newman now pitcher can do.
It starts it right at that left shoulder, and obviously you saw Fallon kind of turn in, and it turned in there for a strike.
Here comes the 1-1. Fastball. That one misses inside, 2-1. And apologies to Braden Williams. He got mad at me when I called it a slider. I said, what is it? He said a breaking pitch. And I said, that's not a thing. That was funny last
Sweeper.
year. Yeah,
How about a sweeper?
He said breaking pitch. The 2-1 from Hogan to Fallon. And he was trying to make it a 1-run game. And now here we go. It's 2-2. Tullahoma trying to put him back against the wall. 3-run lead for the Wildcats. Lead for Huddleston after the walk at first. The 2-2 to Justin Fallon. Hogan delivers. Swung on, will do it again. And in this game, the story, the mistakes by the Bees on the base paths, costly error, and a wild pitch, by far the difference in this ball game this afternoon. Tullahoma, they've played virtually flawless baseball outside of one error.
It's those 3 runs right there. It's the difference in the game.
Now another 2-2 coming from Hogan to Fallon. Good battle here, as you would expect. Slider misses low and away, and we run full at 3-2. And the tying run is on deck, and it's Caden Shanks. And the wind is blowing right to his power alley if Fallon can find a way to get on.
And now those nerves are starting to creep in there for Hogan on the mounds.
Big pitch here in the region championship game. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Hunter Hogan delivers. Swung on, and let's do it one more time as the dugout chants for the Bees the whole time.
He had a 3-2 pitch to start the game, obviously against a different pitcher, but he was able to rope one out into the outfield for a leadoff base runner. He would love to do that again.
Lead for Huddleston over there at first. Fallon awaits. Another payoff pitch. Slider, and it's right there. Cold strike 3. Throws Fallon and Upperman down to their final out today.
That slider is so good. Starts it right at your elbow, right at your shoulder, and it breaks so much that it doesn't look like it could be a strike, but it could be. And it falls in there for another one down to the final out. And, well, this is who you want. You want your Mr. Baseball candidate at the plate.
They really wanted him with 2 on. They don't get it. Caden Shank stands in. He's due. Hasn't had a base hit today. Struck out, line out, and a walk so far. Huddleston at first. Hogan's first pitch misses out and away. And you don't want to bring the tying run to the plate, but a walk's not the worst thing in the world here if you're Hunter Hogan.
The way Hunter Hogan's been pitching, he's been attacking everybody.
Shank stands in. Huddleston at first. Worsing is on deck. The 1-0. Slider. Called a strike. 1-1. It's been a bad job today behind the plate in this one.
It's been a struggle.
Just as directly as I can put it. A bad job in a big game. 1-1 to Shanks. Hogan delivers that one. Bounces in. Huddleston has to stay put, and it's 2-1.
How good has J-Ron Moore's been today?
Yeah, he's been gigantic. Walking everything up.
I don't think there's been anything except for one.
In the first inning,
Yeah.
Shanks advanced over to second on a pass ball. Other than that, he's been locked in. 2-1 coming here from Hogan to Shanks. Hogan checks and deals. Now the other way, 2-2. As the zone has become gargantuan. The crowd rises to their feet here in Tullahoma. 2-2. Pitch into Shanks. That one misses low. 3-2. No question it was low. And we run full. Credit to the umpire there for not biting. The crowd on their feet, as you can see. The payoff pitch. Fouled off. He had to battle in. That was the slider that was called a strike earlier. Shanks sends it foul. We'll do it one more time. Again, this is not an elimination game, but it does result in hosting your sub-state round. Crowd begins to clap. Hogan with a 3-2 payoff pitch. Comes home. Slider. Strike 3. The Tullahoma Wildcats are the Region 4 3A tournament champions. They get it done today. Final score, Tullahoma 5, Upperman 2. This is the Southwell Auto Clinic post-game show. The Southwell Auto Clinic, your hometown auto doctors. Upperman's back's against the wall for the first time since the state tournament a year ago. They'll play for their season at 6 o'clock against the winner of DeKalb County and Lawrence County, but it's the homestanding Wildcats capitalizing on a few mistakes by the Bees to give them the victory.
Yeah, took advantage of what was put out in front of them today. They got a couple of really good pitching performances on the mound from Tootin and then from Hogan in there in relief appearance. And tell you what, the Bees had their chances, especially in that first inning, and then when they had the bases loaded with 2 outs, were just unable to cash in with that big hit. They still have pitchers available. They're going to have a little bit of a break here. And like you said, they will have their backs against the wall. And when they have had their backs against the wall this season, they've played pretty well.
Tullahoma gets the victory 5-2 for Upperman today. 2 runs, only 3 hits, 6 runners left on base in this game for the Bees. Tullahoma on the other end, they left 5 runners on the base pass, but had 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error in the field defensively. And it is Tullahoma who gets the first place plaque here. And now Upperman. They'll face the winner of Lawrence County and Tullahoma, or Lawrence County and DeKalb County at 6 o'clock this evening. The winner of that game will go on the road in their sub-state round. Of course, sub-state now a best-of-3 series. That changed last year. Tullahoma gets to host against the runner-up out of the other region. We hope you'll join us later on tonight. We're going to kick it over to our friends at X Sports. They will have the stream of DeKalb County against Lawrence County. We'll share that to our main page. They do a really good job here in southern middle Tennessee, and then we will take back the reins live on the NFHS Network, our YouTube channel and Facebook page at 6 o'clock tonight. But again, we will have coverage of DeKalb County against Lawrence County, courtesy of our friends at the X Sports Network. We hope you'll join them for that, and then us later on this evening from Tullahoma as a long day continues. The Wildcats win the Region 4 3A tournament with a 5-2 victory. I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Benson to my left, saying so long for now from Tullahoma.